Contract situation.
Who's the most likely?
To leave?
To win it.
OK, sorry.
I want to leave on a high. I always like to end on a little positive note.
It's very finely poised. Liverpool know how to navigate this season from here. Arsenal are still trying to chase. City have got a lot of work to do.
Are you looking at Liverpool and thinking they've got a wobble? They've not had a wobble yet.
They're going to have to have one. We've seen that Southampton caused them a little bit of problems, but they still got the job done because our poor Southampton weren't still playing out the back. I can't see it. But
City and mid-wobble.
Mid-wobble. And I think Arsenal now can't afford to lose too many more.
Have Arsenal come out the other end of their wobble?
I think so, now.
It's ironic, actually, because Arsenal have got the most depth in defence. Liverpool have got the most depth in attack and midfield. I think Liverpool, if they lose players, they've still got players who can deputise for them. They look stronger. I'm going to go with Liverpool still.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also still think, I don't know, there's this weird feeling about City. I just don't think you can ever... This game next weekend is massive. Yeah. No. Liverpool City is massive. You don't think City at all?
I'm not going to go with City in the current climate. No, but right now, in the moment.
Right now, but
in the moment, I'm probably going to have to go Liverpool.
But if they win heavily at Anfield next weekend, we'll be back here on Monday morning.
And saying they're going to go on one of those runs.
They just thought like the City of old, uncovering this gap. But look, it's Liverpool are in a great position. They're 8 points clear at this stage of the season.
It's Liverpool's to lose.
With a lot of at this point...
pressure on Liverpool.
Can I just put... For all the talk about Salah, and you're absolutely right to rave about him, but actually, it's that defence. It's the best in the Premier League so far. It's Van Dijk is back to being Van Dijk. The protection for that defence is... been first class as well. The goals from midfield as well, other players popping up.
Curtis Jones.
It's exactly. Curtis Jones has been outstanding. Kelleher deputising for Alisson has been outstanding as well.
Not enough said about that with Alisson.
Absolutely.
Not enough said.
I think there's a real balance throughout the side which gives Liverpool those options, and I think that's a big part of the reason why.
I think Virgil will still be there, though. You know, we talk about the three players you said, Kel. Like, Trent, I think, is the one that everybody's thinking won't be there. I think Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk will be there next year. I just have a feeling. I don't want to see... No matter what team you support, you want to see the best players in the Premier League, and I don't want to see Mo Salah.
Arsenal fans want to see Martin Odegaard back at full fitness, and now they are seeing Martin Odegaard back at full fitness, and everything is knitting together for Arsenal. They are back.
That's what happens when you have such an influential player who's out. You can see how it energises and gives it just revitalises the whole team. Arsenal weren't a million miles away from what they were trying to do when he wasn't there, but with him not being there, you can see how it all falls down. He's invaluable to us. I think you could see that with the way we played. I thought it was a fantastic performance from Arsenal in the way that we know that Forest, they went to Liverpool, only team that's beaten them, and it's going to be a tough game, but I thought Arsenal from start to finish, the way they control that game, especially with Odegaard in the team, it was really a good performance. And again, just one that they had to win. I thought it was a must-win, especially when we knew who Liverpool had, and I knew they were going to beat them. Didn't see the City one coming, but the fact is, Arsenal did the business, and it was very professional.
Does it remind you of Bergkamp? Is he as important to the side as Bergkamp was to Arsenal?
I think so, and I think that you could see that in the way he was just everywhere, and the passes through the lines, you know, and then when he came off, and again, Arsenal took a big chance on getting rid of Emile Smith-Rowe and Vieira as number 10s because they've said 1 year he's ready. And they've taken him out, and 1 year he's come on, and yes, he scored his goal, but he looks the same. He's taken up the same positions. So hopefully that is something that will continue to happen and he can get more important games. But when you look at how solid it is at the back, the midfield's looking good. Obviously, Thomas Partey coming in, scoring that goal is brilliant. But I just think up front, Saka is, like I say, I mentioned Savinho at City. If Saka went games playing like 15 games, he's gone nothing from Savinho. Saka, if he goes 25 minutes, it's a massive story. Yeah. The way he does not get the credit for what he does. He is fantastic for us, and he was fantastic again the other day.
I mean, that goal that he scored, I mean, I think Martin Odegaard and Hair telepathy they have between each other, I think is on a different level.
Yeah.
And they do say the best players find each other, but they just seem to find each other all the time. It's funny you should bring up Dennis Bergkamp and Martin Odegaard, because my dad called me a couple of years ago. He's a Gooner, as you know. And he said to me, darling, I think we found the closest thing to Dennis Bergkamp. I was like, yeah, all right, Dad. Dennis Bergkamp is my idol ever. And I see where my dad's coming from. My dad knows football, but it's true, like the touch, the manipulation. And I think with Martin Odegaard, when you watch him live, similar to Dennis Bergkamp, I used to go to Highbury just to watch him warm up. Like, you have this feeling, the way they manipulate the ball, they always know. They're like 3 or 4 steps ahead. Not just 2 or 3 passes ahead, like we're talking 3 or 4. You know, Martin Odegaard's preparation touch, his ability to have his head up, you know, be able to see 3 angles of the pitch at all times. Like, he's on a different level.
Did you,
Martin
once you
Odegaard.
finished the warm-up, did you just leave? Or...
After, when you were there, yeah. When you were there, yeah. No, but, you know, there's some players, you know, they're special players.
He's special. I'd probably put Pogba in there. I'd put Mesut Ozil in there. Put Odegaard in there. If you can have an isolated camera, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Obviously, Zidane, the ultimate, but be unbelievable player to watch in the way that he manipulates the ball and gets other players moving.
Right, come on then.